Hello everyone, I'm Fan of Thomas 31 and welcome back to the series where I review All Engines Go items. In this episode, I'm going to keep things simple as I review these 3 Motorized Greatest Moments packs. So without further ado, let's get started. By the way, I bought all of the toys seen in this video with my own money, and I'm not getting paid to speak positively about them. So what are Greatest Moments? Well, they're train packs made for the motorized toy line that consist of an engine and 2 cars. They're called Greatest Moments because they are usually based on a certain episode from the show. These packs follow a very uniform box design. I've talked about this design in a previous review, so I'll just quickly gloss over what it contains here. A window where the train can be seen on the front, character promos on the sides, the pack's name on the top, copyright information on the bottom, and safety information on the back, with a special character promo theme to the pack. They're very nice boxes that show you exactly what you get, so let's see what we do get in each pack. I'll review the Thomas pack first. This is the Secret Agent Thomas pack, based on the episode Licensed to Deliver. The exclusive character promos featured on the box match the toy you get, which show Thomas with his spy disguise featuring tire glasses and a broom mustache. His paintwork also has a special spy tech pattern. Out of the box, you can see the included Thomas engine and his 2 freight cars. Before I go into detail on this train, let me talk about the episode it's based on. In Licensed to Deliver, Thomas wants to play spies with his best friend Percy. But Percy has to make an overnight delivery to one of the island's lighthouses. Thomas decides to tag along and turns the delivery into a secret spy mission. They both put on disguises and even approach Sandy for some special spy gear. Sandy ends up giving them a top secret tool that they may only use in an emergency. After much sneaking around, the 2 friends reach the lighthouse and make their delivery right on time. On their way home, the 2 get curious about their secret spy tool, and find out that it was a spotlight they could have used the whole time. So with that synopsis, let's see how this pack compares to the episode it's based on. Starting off with Thomas, you can see that he's very different from his standard release. Of course, he has a new facial expression, showing a sneaky smile behind his glasses and mustache disguise. Alongside this, he has a special spy pattern printed along his sides. However, I think the coolest part about this Thomas is that he's made out of a darker transparent blue plastic as compared to the solid plastic all the other motorized Thomases use. It really makes this Thomas stand out from the crowd, although you can see some of his assembly components showing through it. Now we come to Thomas's 2 freight cars. The cars present here are 2 flat cars with blue wheels, which is a very common sight among other motorized packs. But where there are flat cars, there's cargo for them to carry. The first flat car comes with a rubber duck, which is strange seeing as no rubber ducks appear in the Licensed to Deliver episode. However, I like how this duck is made out of a really smooth plastic, which makes it feel like it actually is made out of rubber. The second flat car carries a tarpaulin load, which is accurate to the secret spy tool Thomas and Percy carry in the episode. However, unlike the episode, when you remove the tarp from the car, there's nothing under it, which is too bad. I would have liked to see a secret spotlight accessory concealed under it as a surprise like in the episode. Well, at least you can use the tarp to cover up the rubber duck. So now that I've covered all the contents of this pack, I guess it's time for me to give my final thoughts. The Motorized Secret Agent Thomas pack is a neat little pack. It comes with a special variant of Thomas that'll stand out in any collection. Unfortunately, the same can't be said for his freight cars. They're the same basic flat cars you'll find in almost any other pack, but with lesser common cargo to go with them, even if it doesn't necessarily fit the pack's context. But would I recommend this pack? Well, considering these Greatest Moments packs retail for $13, I'd say so. You get a very neat Thomas, and some generic rolling stock to build up that functional railway you may or may not be building. Whatever the case, the Secret Agent Thomas is definitely an outlier from all the other motorized Thomases. Next on the review list is the Percy's Mail Delivery Pack. This pack, of course, features Percy, and the promos on the box show him with all sorts of letters and envelopes swirling around him. The same can be said for the Percy engine included. Right out of the box, we can see him and the 2 special cars he comes with. Focusing on Percy first, he comes with an alternate smiling expression that none of the other Percys have, although mine seems to have had a fingerprint molded into it. His right side features a parcel with letters bursting out of it and a bird who is helping him deliver the mail. His left side shows a stack of letters swirling around a postbox, which does resemble the one seen in the show. Other than that, this is just a standard motorized Percy, so I'll go ahead and talk about his cars. To get the less exciting one out of the way, one of the cars Percy comes with is a flat car, with green wheels to match his. In terms of cargo, it comes with a mountable postal box that is ready for shipping, with blank address labels because, well, this box can go anywhere we want it to. But the highlight of this pack is the other car Percy comes with, the mail car. While this technically isn't the first All Engines Go motorized pack to feature a mail car, it is the first to contain a car that actually resembles the one seen in the show. While the previous car was a multi-purpose box car, this is an actual mail car decked out with mail labels and is molded with all the mail car's details. It even has that gaping hole in the roof where the letters and parcels go. I especially like how there's wood floor detailing in this part of the car that can't be seen on the rest of the car's frame. The flat car's box can also be loaded into this space, but there's an awful lot of room to spare, so you technically can load certain other types of cargo into it as well. Now you're probably wondering why I haven't brought up an episode for this pack. Well, the truth is, I almost forgot to talk about that because the pack doesn't have any details that pin it down to a singular episode. It's just Percy with his mail car, which appears in several episodes. I've seen some sources say this pack is based on the Capture the Flag episode, but in that episode, Percy delivers flags to all his friends for a parade, and I don't see any flags or parade decorations in this pack. If we want to make the argument that this pack is based on one singular episode, all the other packs released alongside Percy's are based on Season 1 episodes of the All Engines Go series. In this season, there's an episode called Sir Topham Hatt's Hat, where Percy has to deliver a package that looks very similar to the one that comes on his flat car. Or in the Letting Off Steam episode, we see Percy couple up to his mail car, which is full of letters. Meanwhile, James is seen pulling a flat car loaded down with packages, also like the one in this pack. I'll let you draw your own conclusions, but those are the 2 episodes that I find to be the most similar to the contents of this pack. As for my final thoughts on this pack, I'd say it's a great one. While it does still contain some generic pieces, the fact that it's a Percy themed set already makes it different from the Sea of Thomas packs. And while the flat car is still good for army building, especially since this one has green wheels, there's only one thing that makes this pack truly worth getting: the mail car. This is the first and currently only motorized pack that features a mail car that actually looks the part. That reason alone makes this pack worth it for the hardcore All Engines Go collector. But otherwise, it has a nifty play feature that'll make it fun for the kids too. All in all, the Percy's Mail Delivery Pack is a pack that you do not want to miss out on. Now for the last pack of this review, the Beachy Nia pack. The promos on her box show her sporting some very big sunglasses, and she has sand all over her running board, with a bucket and spade for sandcastle building. She also has a few seashells and a crab companion. From out of the box, we can see the included Nia train with a lot of beach-themed decorations and a couple of thematic freight cars. Looking at Nia herself, she comes with an exclusive grinning expression with the big sunglasses covering her eyes. Her bodywork is decorated with her usual Kenyan color patterns, but now she also has piles of sand, a bucket and spade, lots of seashells, a starfish, a beach ball, and that crab we saw on her box promos. Instead of the usual red, her running board is made out of a yellowish plastic, with grains of dark plastic molded into it to make it look like she's covered in sand. But the most interesting part about this Nia is her chassis. Now, instead of her usual orange wheels, she has blue wheels recycled from Thomas to make it look like they're covered in water. To add on to the illusion, her chassis is assembled in a transparent blue plastic, which is very different from the regular black assembly. So much so, you can see all of her inner workings through the plastic. All her axles, her gearing, and even her motor assembly. It's definitely something we've never seen on a motorized item before. Moving along to Nia's freight cars, the first one is a green hopper car with beach printing on the right side, and no printing whatsoever on the left side. Great. The printing on the hopper is based on a decal from the show, which is applied to hoppers that carry cargo to the beach. A very fitting detail. Even more fitting is the beach ball that the hopper carries. The beach ball comes in red and white colors, and much like the rubber duck in the Secret Agent Thomas pack, it's made out of a smooth plastic that almost makes it feel like it's made out of real rubber. Although there are these 6 specially shaped holes in it. I assume these were added to make putting the ball together easier, or it's an anti-choking measure, like how Lego puts holes in their minifigure heads. The ball also has this divot in its bottom that lets you mount it onto flat cars. Perfect for the next car in this pack, which is a flat car. It's your typical red flat car, but now it has orange wheels alongside the beach hopper. Now the orange is supposed to match Nia's wheels, and under normal circumstances it would. However, I've already talked about how the Nia in this pack has Thomas blue wheels, making them not match. But even so, I'm glad they gave the flat car orange wheels anyway. The last thing I want right now was another flat car with Thomas colors. As for the cargo it carries, it comes with this sand sculpture that has been shaped into the likeness of a steam engine, a sculpture which actually does appear in the show. It's modeled in a yellowish color with black grains, much like Nia's running board. Now, I talked about how the beach ball felt like it was made of rubber, but this sand sculpture feels like it might actually be. The material feels a little bit softer, and you can even squeeze it a little bit in certain areas. But of course, the base has a divot built into it so the sculpture can be mounted onto the flat car with ease. Now I'll talk about this pack's episode. Unlike Percy, there is a particular episode that this Nia shares resemblances to, and that episode is Lost and Found. In this episode, Nia must deliver a hopper full of beach balls to Normanby Beach. Can you see the resemblance yet? Thomas decides to help her, claiming he knows a shortcut. But as the two engines make their way, they end up getting lost and must rely on their surroundings to get back on track to the beach. The two soon make the delivery and must rely on their surroundings again in order to find their way back home. So much like in the episode, this pack features Nia delivering a hopper car with a beach ball to the beach. Of course, she doesn't have all her beachy gear or the sand sculpture in the episode, but they needed that second car for the pack, and a beach decorated Nia is more fun than a regular old Nia. Final thoughts, Beachy Nia is a motorized pack I really like. You get a mostly unique assortment of rolling stock and cargo, as well as a cool looking engine. Nia's transparent chassis is definitely my favorite part of this whole pack. If you want to get this pack for yourself, I have no reason for you not to. It looks nice, and includes some unique pieces that we haven't seen in other packs before, even if some of them are just recolors of pre-existing pieces. All in all, Beachy Nia is a very cool pack that will rock any collection with her beach day vibes. Thanks for watching my Motorized All Engines Go review. I still have more item reviews on the way, so if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss my future All Engines Go reviews. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you all again soon.